A very good morning to all the students present here. It gives me immense pleasure to be back in this glorious institution, and here I am again to talk to you about an organization which is very close to my heart, Teach for India. I am Harinee and I am here to tell you more about the recruitment process which we will be following for this year. I would like all of you to take a moment to close your eyes. Please go ahead. Think about the amazing education opportunities which you have received, which has led you to be a part of Christ University. How important do you think were those primary education days of your school life, which has led you here today? Open your eyes. Are we thankful for this? How many children do you think in our country have the opportunity to access this education? A good quality education. That is the reason I'm here today. To tell you that there is a challenge. A challenge which our country is facing. Not one, not two, 320 million children are being denied good quality education in our nation. Let me take you into a few more details about this. So basically we will see three things. The challenge, which makes us believe that a change is required. What is this fellowship? And what is the future for you people who will be the leaders and a part of this fellowship? And you might all have a question. Is this right for you? Let me take you through this. What is the challenge that you can think of? I will show you a newspaper article now. Read this. Take a moment to think about this. 69 million children under the age of 5 will die from preventable disease and 167 million will live in poverty. Is this saddening? I believe it is. Think of all these social issues. Is this disheartening? I believe it is. Let us do a quick exercise. I request all of you to stand up. This fraction of students here, around 4% of the entire crowd, please take your seat. Thank you. This represents the number of kids who never got a chance to enter school. So as you're sitting here, think about those children who didn't get an opportunity to go to the school in the first place. Now, this entire group here, please take your seat. 50%, around 50% of the children drop out of school when they start studying. Again, these are points which I expect you to think about. Think a little more. Is it saddening? Now you, the entire group there, please take your seat. What's happening now? 76% of our children will not complete school and go to the college. So when you see these statistics, what are the emotions which are piling up inside you? Yes? Okay. Let me take a few more. Okay. So these were the ones which I could come up with when I was thinking of this. Sad, depressed, angry, helpless. But then, are you really helpless? education scenario in the world is in our country, especially the primary education. The education is merely focused on marks, competition, getting into the college, which is also based on marks. But is the education making our children ready for a better place? It's not. And who will be the citizens who will challenge this and who will speak against this? And how many of you think that you can be the change? But is it possible? I can think of many people saying, oh, it's already in such a bad state, and what can we as one individual do? But it's high time we realize our potential. What if you could? What if you had the power to do it? What if you could build a nation and your future? So again, many of you might ask me, how? How am I supposed to do it? How do I change the world? But in our nation, which has this crisis of 76% of the students not having access to education, can you be the leader? Can you be the change maker? Yes, and that is what TFI presents to you. Teach for India is a program not only for those kids, it's for you. It works on the basis of developing leaders who will be the change, who will emphasize on education and try to make this world a better place for those children. I would like to give you an example of Nirali. Later when you guys get time, I will share the presentation with you and also the link of her, what she has to say. So Nirali is a current fellow in Delhi. 18 months before this, she joined and she got a class of students of Standard 3. And they couldn't speak a word in English. And today, you can communicate with them in English. I am sure if you talk to them today, you won't even recognize that they come from a school which is for the low-income children. And this is what we try to do. One day, all the children will attain an excellent education. It is a daunting vision, isn't it? But then, if all of us come together, step by step, we will be able to achieve this dream which we have for our nation. So now let me quickly tell you about the fellowship, and I am sure you guys are excited to know about it. So the fellowship is not a thing of one day. It is a journey. It is a beautiful journey. It's a journey where you give your time and energy for 2 years and then you grow as a leader. It is also for you to create future of your choice and build a network to take you there. This journey begins, and for 2 years you're expected to have full-time commitment for these children for whom you're trying to work. And again now, back to the question which we had in the beginning. Is this right for you? A lot of you might think, am I the right candidate? I am sure 2,750 fellows who are working with us today would have had the same doubt. And trust me when I say this, you can get back to them and ask. They are quite happy with the decision which they had taken. After all, who would want to have a purposeful life? Who would want to get up every day and realize that they are being the change the world needs needs right now? So again, coming back to the quick facts, it's a 2 years fellowship and it is paid. It is a full-time commitment for the children who need it the most. And I believe with the awareness of this, you guys are ready to check if you can be a part of this fellowship. And what would happen next once you are done with your fellowship? You become an alumni. And in the alumni network, you realize that there are multiple career options. 74 of them have stayed back within the education sector, and 26% of them have gone beyond it. And also, one great thing is Teach for All, and you as a part of Teach for India could become a member of Teach for All. But you guys would be aware of this. TFI is quite selective. And last year, we received around 15,000 applications. And you might ask why. Why is TFI so selective? Only 8% of them get selected. But this is because we are trying to develop lifelong leaders. Leaders who lead their classroom, who lead the society and go ahead to lead the nation. Please don't get daunted by the selectivity. It is not a competitive process. Of all the people who apply, if you are really capable of being a part of it, you will be selected. And so now I ask you, are you ready? Are you ready to face this challenge? Are you ready to do something? To do something for those children who really need your help? What if you could build a nation? And your future? So here I would like to present to you the last day of application is 25th March. Please go ahead and apply for TFI, and if you need anything to know further about this, please feel free to contact me. I will leave my email address with the people of your placement cell, and feel free, and we can have a question answer session after this. Feel free to ask any doubts if you have. Thank you so much for your time. And yes, lead for India, teach for India. Thank you.